What's happening to BTMC? This is why I don't check Reddit chat! Oh, fuck.
Usually gets 1k.
This is cheesy. Every single YouTuber says this. But I hope my decisions will back this up. I don't care about the money. I'm proud of them. Emrek is killing it right now. He's pushing boundaries in the OSU community that previously, a couple years ago, no one could even fathom. That's awesome. There are people who are now able to get viewerships and take OSU as a content creator full time. That's fucking awesome. Have you seen the Stu video? Probably others have asked. What's happening to BTMC? What the fuck? I have Stu on Discord. He didn't tell me he was making a video on me. I thought we were chill. Does he flame me? I would not watch this on stream. Chat, I hate watching videos about myself, man. Basically, you get cooked for like 3 minutes. Fuck it!
I was recently scrolling through Reddit, specifically on r/OsuGame, and then I stumbled upon a discussion post that was talking about BTMC.
What? What happened to BTMC? It's been a while since I've seen anything about him on YouTube. I usually don't use Twitch, but I checked his Twitch and he had 300 viewers when he usually has like 1k easily. Aware. This is why I don't check Reddit chat!
And if you scroll through the replies of this post, you will see some type of replies like these. I agree that he fell off, but he usually gets 1k even now. Even if he was always at 2k before, like 1 year ago when he was streaming OSU, and even get 1k when he was playing Genshin. Okay, so let's analyze this reply. So the first part is the drastic loss of viewership on his Twitch streams, which you are in fact correct for the fact that he is not as active as he was before, but it's not for the exact reason that you stated in the reply later on. Okay, so the first and major factor is the fact that he's getting invited into a ton of events, and most of the time he's also accepting a lot of other brand sponsorships and deals like that. If you go into his upload schedule, you'll see that
that's actually true.
His videos are pretty much a collab with Intel, a mousepad collab, him going to TwitchCon, and even if you take one look at his Twitter, you can see that he's most of the time traveling all around the world, and even doing collabs with HyperX themselves on a podcast. Another major factor as to why he's not as active anymore is his social life overall. He literally lives in a Genshin house, as many people call it, where he talks with a lot of other streamers.
No! It is the OSU house! Fuck! I mean, the Discord is called the Hoyo house, but in my heart, it is the OSU house. Okay.
The moment that BTMC moved to LA, started streaming there, and also met his current girlfriend that he's dating, his streaming schedule slowly but surely dipped more and more. But the third and final factor for why he's not as active anymore is the fact that there are other Twitch competitors to BTMC. Competition like Emrek, Aqualibed, Zootinator, Zalis, and I can go on and on. People simply have a lot more options to choose other than BTMC. And when you consider that those streamers that I just mentioned are a bit more active than BTMC recently, you can see why he doesn't pull as many viewers as he was before. And a lot of people for some reason are getting the wrong idea, thinking that BTMC is slowly but surely losing his interest for the game, which simply arguably isn't the case at all. Not even
holy fuck.
The reason why he doesn't
Stu is on a rampage right now.
Anymore, the reason why he's not playing the game as much as he was before is simply because he's busy, as we previously mentioned in the video. It's not like he doesn't stream also at all. He in fact does, but for example, he would stream 3 days in a row and then maybe take a break with another game and then come back to OSU once again.
Okay, there's an asterisk on that. I'll talk about it.
He's literally hosting one of the biggest OSU events each year, which is the roundtable. Then again, for the roundtable to even happen, he does have to do a lot of sacrifices. One of them being obviously the inconsistent streaming schedule, or maybe he will do a subathon right afterwards. So is BTMC leaving the OSU community? No, not even close. In fact, as of me recording this video, he has streamed for almost 2 weeks in a row. Though I do find it weird that he still hasn't made like separate.
I find it funny that streaming 2 weeks in a row is supposed to be an accomplishment when streaming is, as listed in my about page, is my full-time job. Streaming for 2 weeks in a row should not be notable, but the fact that he's having to list that as an accomplishment just goes to show just how terrible things have gotten. Oh my god. 2 weeks of streaming, let's go! This video is surprisingly really good for a person who didn't reference a lot of information that I said on this channel, which I don't blame him. Like, I haven't tweeted any of this information. I've said this stuff in passing on my live streams, but to infer all this information from just like my videos and tweets is actually pretty awesome, right? He basically nailed it. But I do think it is worth getting into this discussion. Before you give your opinion, I agree with every single word Carey says. That post was so nothing burger. Literally nothing happened to him besides streaming less. Viewership is going to drop when you're inconsistent and not sensationalizing every Osu record ever. Other players like Emrek and Akalabed colonize the space more because they actively make headlines with top plays and streams. His passion hasn't lessened one bit. I would know. I live with him. He's always interested in the stories of Osu players and working on the round table. Damn. Thanks, Carey. BTMC. Oh, fuck. When it comes to the life of a content creator, you either quit while things are good to have your memory immortalized like that, or you continue on trying to chase and maintain this level of relevancy and you eventually fall off. It is with my opinion that I have not peaked yet. Nowhere close. What we're going through is a period of one step back, two steps forward. Yes, numbers are going down. In this effort to make this huge launch for the future, of course, I'm going to have to dial back things now. That combined with we just passed through the most unprecedented 2 years where every single creator, if you exist on the internet, you saw insane growth during that period of time. That period of time has passed. Everyone is going down. If you take a look at all the numbers on the internet, when it comes to gaming as a whole, the gaming industry as a whole, all right, esports as a whole, everything is going down. There are some outliers, of course, that continue on their career and have seen some growth. Those are the exceptions, not the norm. I've been taking this approach of the one step backward, two steps forward, because I believe in the Osu community more than anyone else. There was a point in time where I truly sat down with just myself to really figure out what do I want to do in life. Peak BTMC that most people would think of. Imagine that era, averaging 2,000 to 3,000 viewers. All right, even 1,000 viewers on Variety. You could argue that I'm already at the top of Osu. Because of that, should I not turn my attention somewhere else? If I've grown to the point where I've capitalized the entirety of the Osu audience, unless the Osu audience grows, there's nowhere left for me to grow. So my options at that point were leave Osu in search of bigger ponds. The analogy is I'm a big fish in a small pond, all right? A big creator in a small audience. The analogy would be to jump to be a medium-sized fish in a large-ass ocean where I probably could see much greater, much better returns on my investment. Or I could stick with Osu and exist, right? Find ways to do something cool and actually take the approach of growing with the game. If all I cared about was money, the first option would have been the obvious choice. And it's what most creators tend to do. They take that variety path, they usually find some sort of success and foothold, and they typically blow up outside of it, right? You've seen many other streamers do this, like XQC. He used to be a professional Overwatch player, all right? Turned variety streamer, finds huge amounts of success, happily ever after. Tyler One, all right? Started with League of Legends, went through his whole like band arc, got forced into variety, had massive success, but then he eventually decided on the option of going back to League. Of course, you could argue those are the exception. I'm sure there are lots of people who took that risk of jumping ship and then eventually didn't succeed, right? But that is when it comes to a business decision, a top level decision of what a person who is in the influencer industry of what they want to do in terms of growing their business. That is a top level decision that they have to consider, right? Is the risk of jumping ship and trying something new with a potentially larger audience, is that risk worth it for them? All right, I see it from a completely different angle. this is cheesy. Every single YouTuber says this, but I hope my decisions will back this up. I don't care about the money. If you've been with me from that peak era of BTMC, you know where I came from. I grew up in Southern Virginia. When people say they're from Virginia, they're from the north, near DC, the much more wealthier areas. I'm from Southern Virginia, middle of bumfuck nowhere, all right? With a family whose parents immigrated from China and had basically nothing. I grew up with nothing. And this career, the people who were here in my chat and supported me to allow me to have this career, this legitimate career that's becoming more and more accepted as the years go on. The people that made this possible for me gave me something that I never could have imagined. I don't care if it's just a couple hundred viewers that are actively supporting me. The very fact that I can sit here and do something that I'm passionate about, I don't give a shit if I lose the thousands of viewers. If there's just a couple hundred who are here to allow me to do the things that I love, that's enough for me. And because of that, I decided that taking the risk of jumping ship into a bigger ocean isn't for me. I'm fine with the lower numbers if it means that I can do something for my community, for the community that I love, that gave me an opportunity that others could dream of. I wanted to stick with them because I don't want to leave behind the friends that I made along the way. The supporters who came here for Osu, who love watching me do cool things in the Osu community. And if I really cared about money, I probably wouldn't sink over $100,000 in an event that brings in basically $0. We're still trying to figure that out, by the way. Don't worry. But the entire idea is that I love this game and its community so much that I'm willing to put everything into it because I trust that no matter what happens, as long as I love this game, which I truly do, even when other content creators, other creators within the Osu community pop up and find more relevance, that's okay with me. Because those people are not my rivals. Those people are my friends. I'm proud of them. Emrek is killing it right now. He's pushing boundaries in the Osu community that previously, a couple years ago, no one could even fathom. That's awesome. There are people who are now able to get viewerships and take Osu as a content creator full time. That's fucking awesome. Because numbers are going down, it does make things a little bit more difficult. The idea is that by doing so, I'll be able to create opportunities within the Osu community that no one else could have done. Something that can exist without me needing to dump money into it and time into it. To create a team of people that'll allow projects that push the Osu community forward in a positive way and let them live on, even if on the possibility something happens to me. I truly do love this community and I'm willing to put in everything that it takes to see this game move forward. Yeah, it means that the numbers are going down. When people come into my chat and they say that I'm washed and that, oh, you fell off, or oh, you used to be averaging over 2,000 viewers, now you're at 100. That's okay. Because that makes me feel so thankful for those couple hundred viewers who are here in my chat, who despite the numbers going down, despite me not being the most relevant name, the hottest topic that's in like the Osu news, despite all that, you guys are still here. And I appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. I'd like to believe that that means that you guys share that vision of the long-term thought of let's do something cool for the Osu community. Let's make something awesome. Let's take a risk that no one else is willing to take. And who knows? It might not pay off. It might not pay off. There could be a situation where the roundtable dies. I drain my bank account on risks that don't make a return, and I now have to move back home into Lynchburg and just go with something that's more, you know, sustainable, like streaming and uploading videos again. Which, that's not off the table, by the way. That's also part of the long-term process. That could be a situation. But the fact is, I'm emotionally prepared for that. I'm okay with that. And because I'm okay with the absolute worst case scenario happening, that gives me the conviction to move forward, taking risks that no one else could possibly take. Being a content creator, being a YouTuber, being a Twitch streamer is now one of, if not the most sought after careers for teenagers nowadays. All right. The landscape for becoming a live streamer or a YouTuber is more competitive than ever before. Just from that alone, I feel so humbled that I was able to get into this industry early, have connections that other people could dream of, and opportunities that, frankly, a lot of other creators don't have access to. But because of that situation, all right, it comes with the unique circumstance of me being in Los Angeles, the unique circumstance of me being in this environment where I can literally go out of my office, talk with other creators, you know, pass these ideas through them, and actually, it's like a think tank, right? Like I get to actually like bounce these ideas back and forth with other creators who have a similar mindset of making the best content possible. That's the vision for the Osu house. Despite me joking about that shit all the time, I'm being dead serious. That is the concept of the Osu house. I'm just so thankful to have that. I'm so humbled to be in this position. I'm very thankful for the people who, despite me not being the most relevant character in the news right now, are still very passionate about this community, very passionate about supporting me and the history that I've had with this community. And I hope that your investment of your time in watching me will pay off in terms of knowing that you were here for the story that is yet to come. And because I'm in that unique circumstance where I have these people who can help me make cool stuff happen, I think it's in my best interest for the community to focus on those projects that no one else can do right now and leave the things that anyone could do, like becoming good at the game or making videos and stuff like that. That's still a priority for me, but I'm happy to know that there are other creators who I can pass that torch to. And I want to foster that, right? If you ask any content creator who makes Osu, you know that I've offered my full support to them. The entire point of the roundtable was to hopefully create a opportunity where people who are passionate like me about the Osu community can make a career out of it, can make some money playing this game. One day, we're going to look back at this conversation, at the numbers that I'm pulling right now, and be like, damn, that's where things really began. Because once you start from the bottom, the only place you can go is up. I'm excited for the future. I'm thankful for my viewers who are here sticking with me. And I'm thankful for the people, the team of people I have. Dead Road, the moderators here. Dio, who's helping out with like the tournament scene, and all these technical talented people who are behind the scenes, who are helping me, who see the day-to-day stuff that's going on behind the scenes and are excited to have the public finally hear about it. So I think 2024 is going to be the year where we'll truly see if this one step backward, two step forwards approach truly pays off. If you're watching this right now, you are part of the 20 something, what is that number? 22% of people who have made it to the end of this video. That's crazy, first off. It's probably even less because this video is like 20 something minutes long. I don't even know at this point. But yeah, thank you, genuinely. Thank you so much for watching. This is definitely a different video, and given the fact that it was more towards me talking with my Twitch audience, I just wanted to clarify that the very fact that you've watched this all the way into the end, it makes I'd like to believe that you also care about the future of this channel. You care about this community, and you're also part of the audience who wants to see this community grow. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for continuing to support me despite the lack of uploads, despite all the knickknacks and scuffness and things like that. So yeah, I hope the uploads coming or the projects that I have that come out this year would be worth it. And I hope to have your support there as well. So thank you. Genuinely, enjoy life. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know how to end the YouTube videos. Guys, goodbye.